Like we always do about this time. My name is Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip-hop music. You know what I'm saying? And we got a bunch of topics to discuss today, man. I mean, a lot of you might notice I'm wearing a Nas shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I did that intentionally today because there was a topic of conversation that went to the degree of, is Nas relevant? So, I guess we will begin right there. 21 Savage came out and said that Nas was irrelevant. He said that Nas drops great music, has a fan base, but is irrelevant. First thing when I heard that was, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? It's always, I've been saying this, and people love to say that, you know, I'm a hater or, you know, I hate this and I hate that, but I've never said I've hated anything. I will express what I don't like, just like I will express what I do like. What I don't like is the young generation of rappers who feel as if they should not give respect to those who opened the door for them. A lot of these young artists, they don't know the history of the culture. They don't know when rap started. They don't know why it was started. They don't know anything about the fundamentals or the basics of it. All they know is today. And I like to say to all of those people that know that and that believe in that rhetoric, stop talking about hip hop if you don't know about it fully. You need to go back and you need to do some research. You need to have respect for the artists who open the door for you. Now, back to Nas. I don't think that if you speaking on someone makes them irrelevant. It kind of makes them do relevant. I mean, if a person was irrelevant, they don't get talked about. They're not in a discussion. They're not even being brought up. So we just have to be honest about it. Let's look at Nas' career. He's been making solo albums since 1994. And to date, he has 7 classic albums under his catalog. Not to mention great verses. Just all around hip hop. Lyrics, style, structure, storytelling, conceptual, beef records, diss records, records that enlighten you, records that you can have fun to, records that you can play in the club, records that you can play on a late night while you're riding, records that you can smoke to, drink to. He's got all bases covered as an artist. And he's still rapping at a high level now. He's still putting out classic material now. And the person who said that Nas was irrelevant doesn't have a classic anything. Not a song, a mixtape, an album, an EP, nothing. Nothing. So until irrelevant rappers make their classic material, don't even speak on an artist on the level of a Nas. Don't even do it to yourself. It's stupid. Travis Scott is set to co-executive produce the biopic about Robert Earl Davis, known infectiously in the South as DJ Screw. I just hope that the story is going to be told the correct way. You have a lot of people who were involved with the screwed up clique who are no longer here. But you do still have a little Kiki, a big Pokey, a little Flip, a Zero. Very few of the SUC still around, but you can, those names right there, I mean, I feel a little bit better if they had some consultation or some type of input into it, because these were the, along with Screw's family, who's still here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like to get the best story, you need the people who were around it. You know, shout out to Universal Pictures for picking that up. Another biopic that's coming with Universal Pictures is the Snoop Dogg biopic. I heard a lot of people talking about this because this story obviously includes the story of Death Row Records, Tupac Shakur, Suge Knight. But it will also be an interesting story because it will also include Master P and No Limit Records. It will include, I mean, if it follows the journey of Snoop, you get, you know, you start with Death Row and Dr. Dre. And, you know, Tupac comes into the picture, and then Master P and No Limit Records. And then, you know, him working with Pharrell and, you know, all the things that Snoop has done. I'm happy that he's seized the opportunity to do his biopic. Now he owns the rights to all his music, so all that music can be used for the movie, and it works out perfect as far as that's concerned. They say, there is word out there that the #1 original Hot Boy, BG, will be coming home very soon. I don't know what he plans to do as far as his career, but I can already guess that they're going to try to do a Hot Boy reunion tour. And that's cool because shit, man, that'll be a great payday for all them brothers, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can get some of that money that they got screwed out of years ago. They can get their money really straight now, you know what I'm saying? Because at least they'll be able to negotiate on their own. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar leading the pack with 9 nominations at the 2023 Grammys. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? For keeping it real hip hop. LeBron James is set to co-executive produce the life story of Nipsey Hussle in the form of a docu-series. I'm interested to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how that come out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a story that is going to be held in high regard as far as who Nipsey was and what he meant to the community. So I'm anxious to see that. Styles P and Jadakiss announced Masters of the In and Out Flow concert. I assume because they were planning to do a concert with Cam and Mace, and that got canned due to funny set of circumstances. So they just announced a tour of Styles P and Jadakiss. I welcome that, man. I welcome real hip hop. I think for the most laughable moment that I've seen in recent memory, the baby says he can out-rap Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. I think that's some of the funniest shit that I've heard all year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you why. The people who can out-rap those names, they don't have to make an announcement. They don't have to say this on a podcast or make a meme out of it or put emphasis on it. They just do it. And I laugh at that because Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole are 3 great lyricists, 3 great MCs. All of them have classic albums, timeless verses. The baby don't have none of that. He don't have a classic album. He don't have a classic verse. He don't have a great mixtape. He don't have none of that. I mean, realistically, I've only heard maybe 2 to 3 of his records. Maybe 2 to 3 songs. But on every song, he sound the same. So I don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? Like the out rapping, you ain't rap nothing. You just really just did some shit and got by on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, like, I just never was into, I'm not really into new music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. You could say whatever sound good coming out your mouth, or it sound good on paper, but in real life, we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not buying that you can out rap Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole, because you wouldn't have to make an announcement to say that would be evident in your music. And I don't hear that in your music. People just say things for clickbait, for shock value, clickbait, whatever purposes. Like I said, it might sound good coming out your mouth. It might even sound good written down on paper. But in reality, we know the truth. I know the truth. Well, as we continue on, let's give them that realness, man. Nipsey Hussle college course at Loyola Marymount University will be coming soon, taught by his former business partner, David Gross. This will make Nipsey Hussle the second artist to have a college course. The first was Tupac Shakur. Sony Records released a new album from R. Kelly, which was immediately taken down by iTunes and Spotify. Now, there are a lot of people out there who are led to believe that R. Kelly released this album himself. He did not. He is in prison. Sony Records did. And it makes sense that they would, seeing as he was trying to appeal his case. And at the same time, Lifetime Movie Network is continuing to milk the Surviving R. Kelly series with the third chapter that comes out in January 2023. If you put those two stories together and add them up, you'll be led to believe that they are trying to make it to where that man never gets out of prison. Just my personal take on it. Bun B's Trill Burgers finally got a storefront in Houston, Texas. Can't wait to go try that there, man. You know what I'm saying? Janet Jackson is going on tour in 2023 with Ludacris. I know a lot of people are excited about that. Janet is a consummate performer. And Luda, you know what I'm saying? Somebody we haven't heard from in a while. Hopefully, this will mean he will be putting a new album out. You know what I'm saying? I always welcome new music from Ludacris. Wu-Tang, An American Saga, Season 3, starts February 15th, 2023. Arguably one of the best shows on television next to Snowfall. My personal opinion. Mutulu Shakur, stepfather of Tupac Shakur, has been released from prison. One love to Mr. Mutulu Shakur. I don't know if everybody is paying attention to what's going on, but right now there's conflict between Jermaine Dupri and Bow Wow, and also conflict between Romeo and Master P. It seems weird to me, you know. If somebody would have told me that this would have been happening in 2022, at the same time, I probably would have not have believed it. But we hope that the issues can get resolved because they work better with each other than apart. And that goes for both parties. You know what I'm saying? The late Kim Porter's book will be released. I'm very happy to hear this news because I recently found out that I believe she gave a copy of the book to somebody because she knew that something was going to happen to her. And that person is putting out the book. Now, we've seen this in history before. There was a book called Behold the Pale Horse, which is about the government. And a lot of people don't know that the author of that book was killed. And the person that he gave the book to release it was killed too. So history repeats itself. This Kim Porter book is going to be very telling about her relationship with Sean Combs, his indiscretions, his escapades with other actors and rappers in the music business. It will also detail her. What I didn't know about Kim Porter was she was the longest. She was at Uptown Records from its inception. So she knows the Uptown Records story, and she knows the truth about Bad Boy Records. It's going to be very eye-opening, you know what I'm saying, and very enlightening, and you know, some of the things she's speaking on is some things that people have been knowing for years. And all I'm going to say is this. People don't say the same things about you for over 10 years, and it's not true. Just like Cat Williams said. If you figure out what I'm talking about, then you know. If you don't know, well, I would suggest you to go pick up Kim Porter's book when it does come out, because I'm going to have it, because I want to read that. You know what I mean? It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Looking ahead to 2023, we have a lot of good things jumping off. A lot of great things that's in the works. First and foremost, there is a movie that I was a part of called Cutthroat, Texas, which will be released in 2023. The good people at Ninth Dimension Enterprises are filming a documentary on me called Breademic. There's 4 albums that I have slated for release next year. The first will be Breademic, which will come out February 10th, 2023. The next will be Ladies Room, the album. 3-4 Action, which is myself and Dom Dada. And Take It How You Wanna, the follow-up to my album, The Difference. In addition to that, I also wrote a book called Days of Way Back, which will also be out in 2023. I'm also writing and developing a lot of content, short films, a few, movies. Of course, the podcast, Unpopular Honesty, will continue. Another tidbit of happy news that a lot of people will be happy to know about. Flames Radio returns in January. Now, for those who don't know, Flames Radio was what I was doing before I created the podcast, Unpopular Honesty. It's just me speaking my mind, being real, and playing real music at the same time. So I can't wait to do that again. Any artists who are interested in sending music in, please hit me up. You know what I mean? And we're going to continue to keep it player, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it real player. We're going to keep it real G. And getting y'all ready for the new year, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be very exciting to see what happens. It's going to be very exciting to hear and see all the things that's going on. Before we jet up out of here, I want to say Rest in peace to all those who did not make it to see the end of this year and the next coming year. As far as violence is concerned, I really don't have a remedy for it. We've seen over and over throughout the year that you don't necessarily have to do anything to be a victim of violence. And all I'm going to say is exercise precaution, be safe, you know what I'm saying, and keep your thing on you, because you can't trust nobody these days, you know. As far as the artists out here, you know, keep pushing, keep doing your craft, keep doing what you're doing. If anybody is interested in being in these movies that we got going on, please don't hesitate to hit me up and let me know. You know what I'm saying? Any one of my social media platforms, or, you know what I'm saying, if you got the number, if you know me personally, cool. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. And get ready for the year-end show, you know what I'm saying? Because the best rap album list will be discussed, along with the worst rap album list will be discussed, and also some of the biggest, brightest moments of the year. You know what I'm saying? I am Cornbread Capone. Me and the good people at One Man Records would like to wish everybody a happy holidays out there. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, we'll see y'all for the end of the year special. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it go. Like always, man, peace and love, because that's what the world need, man. Peace and love.